Good morning, everyone. Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good,
Do good.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you, Soil. Let's start. Good morning, Halima.
Good morning.
Good morning, Javed. Javed, you change your voice. Okay, let's start. I'm to share my screen. What we want to do today? We want to connect our client computer with our server. And good morning, Father. And that one working as a DHCP. So for that one, I want to turn on the VMware, as well as I need two operating system. One is client computer. Write down the password. Another one I need to turn on this one machine, and also as well as our server I need that one. So I need to power on. Okay, everyone, can you see my screen? Is it visible? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. So please wait a couple of seconds or turn on these two computers. Okay, in the meantime, let's discuss one theoretical thing. That one, let's go to the test out. I did not turn on my camera. I will turn on camera after a few seconds. Okay, everything is slow. Okay, let's log in. There are lots of labs available in the test out. So if you can subscribe it. After then you can do your work in there. For best practice, you can do everything in your computer. So that's the best practice. Or if you want, you can take all the configuration will be available in here. After then you can do that configuration in here. There are lots of labs available, like this one is one lab. Okay, not lab. Maybe, yeah, this one is one lab. Configure startup items. So you need to do that things. So all the things will be written in there. Every steps you need to read it. After then you need to do that one. So my concern is not that one. Let's go to. Let me check it in their DHCP is available or not. Group policy. We'll set that one later. Okay, let me search in here. Not in here. Monitor, manage, application, test out. Deploy, provision, packages. Okay, I cannot say like that way. Let me try to find out. What they're saying. Okay. Let me find out, is there any DHCP? DHCP. Okay, they are searching. Let's go to the VMware. What happened? Okay, VMware in Windows 10, it's already started. So I need to start this Windows 10 as our City College administrator. I need to log in here as an administrator. And I want to write down the password. You already know the password of our admin user. And let's go to the server. Okay, server is also ready. Let's click in there. And Same thing, I need to write down the password in here. Okay, maybe there is no DHCP. Oh yeah, I got it. Troubleshooting IP configuration issue DHCP, DHCP server and authorize. And what is that one? That one is 7.2. In here, 7.2, configure a DHCP server, IP version 6, 7.4. That means chapter number 7. We'll go there later. First, I want to discuss what we did in the last day. Yesterday, we did one thing. We installed DHCP server in the server, in our Windows server. After then, we set up a scope in there, and we set up some range of our scope. Almost 10, 11 computer can or 11 IP address can connect with this server. So I set up that one. Give me 1 second, I'll show you that things again. Now today, we want to add this computer as a DHCP client computer. Before connect with that server, I need to show you the range of our DHCP. After then, let's check it. What is my IP address? I already save all the IP addresses of my client computers and servers computers as well as the range, everything. But when you start work, anything, so you need to check that what is your IP address. That means what is your client computer IP address. And another thing you need to check it that is DHCP connected or it's used the static IP address, which one they are using. So for that one, let's write down IP config. If I write down only IP config, so I can see IP address. This is the static IP address. When you can say IP address, and that's the Ethernet adapter, Ethernet 0, there is no Wi-Fi, no DHCP is written in here. That means it's not DHCP enabled with this client computer. And we can see this is the IP address. If I write down IP config /all, then we can see details information of this hardware. So this is the IP hardware informations, and this is the DNS. You can see ctcollege.ca. We set up in our server, and our main concern about DHCP version 6, DHCP enable. You can see this is the command. DHCP is not enabled in this computer, so you can see that one is showing no. So when you can see no, that means it's not DHCP. We are using in here IP address. This is the IP address and preferred. You can see that means this one we set up as a static IP address. By default, there is one linked local IP address, IP version 6. It's automatically come in here, but we can, if we want, we can change it. We'll do everything little bit later. So first we need to connect with this computer as a DHCP. That means after connecting DHCP, we can see this one work as a DHCP enable. We can see in here, yes. So before connect DHCP, let's take a screenshot. Just keep it for the next time. So I want to use the snipping tools. Okay, I want to use from in here. This is my computer. So that one is the Windows computer. And to take a screenshot, no. Okay, I need now take a screenshot. I need to take the whole screenshot, and I can see this one showing that there is no DHCP. Just time to mark right now. Okay, I minimize this one for the record purposes. I'll check it later. So I minimize this one now. Let's come back in the server. This is our server configuration. This is our server manager who is control everything of our server. Yesterday we installed one thing, that one is the DHCP. First we need to install it. That one install, we need to go to the manage. After then click into the add roles and features. After then we select DHCP. After then press next, a few steps. After then install it. When it's finished, after finally we configure it here using some commit command. Press next and commit. After that, it's done for the configuration. When it's done, we need to set up one scope. Scope means how many IP addresses I want to give. I want to give the access purposes. For this reason, I need to go to the tools. After that, I click into the DHCP. When I click into the DHCP, that window, that type of window will become. In that window, in the left pane, it's actually this left pane is schema, where your all the information will be shown. Okay, I have to close this one. In the left pane, the schema will be show the tree of your all the DHCP servers information will be showing here. In the middle portion, this portion, that one is actually showing the details information of particular anything. And you can see the what is the status of that things or the particular things. I'll show you. And in the right side, that one is showing the action. Action means what you want to do. What is the next step, what you want to do, that one will be showing there. So let's click into this arrow. If I click into this arrow, then we can see two version of IP address. IP name will be showing here. One is IP version 4, another one is IP version 6. Most of the time, we can see these two things are green. If we can see this is the green, that means my server working perfectly. If you can see that's not green, somewhere is cross, that means it's not work perfectly. In that time, you need to activate it. So you can go to the right click and you can click into the authorize. In that time, it will be show authorized. I don't want to do that things. When I finish all the things, I will show you how to unauthorize it, and after then how to authorize it. Why I don't want to do that one? Because if I do this one, somehow my DHCP server is not work. So it's a very headache. So you need to maybe reinstall, you need to do lots of troubleshooting. Troubleshooting is harder than new installation. So I don't want to do anything right now. Just I am to everything working fine. So I am to connect with my client computer, and I am to show you that one is working right now. After then, what I did in the last class, I right click in here. Sorry. I right click in there in the IP version 4, and we can see this is the new scope. I click into there. Then another window is come. This type of wizard will become. That wizard, I fill up some range of my IP addresses. If I click in there, and I can see this is my scope name. Scope means just you want to create one zone or your IP address where anyone can pull your IP address from that list. So you need to make a list of IP address. So I make a list. My IP address list is looks like this one. Let's start with the 172.16.10.10 until 10.20. In between, anyone can connect with the computer. So you don't need to give the IP address to others or other people's. That means user don't need to set up any IP address like that one. They will automatically connect it in our computer. So how to do that one? I will show you now. So this is the range. I keep it in my record. So let's check it. I keep it because I need to use or I need to check it. What is the IP address using my DHCP computer? So in here DHCP server, I write down start IP this one and end IP this one. Okay. This is my all the information we did yesterday. We did lots of things also, but this is the main portion, DHCP portion. So we need to install in our local computer. At least practice one time. At least I did lots of time. Almost 20 years I'm using VirtualBox or VMware, but sometimes I forget some steps. So please at least practice one time. You can get lots of information from the online, but you need to practice. Without practice, it's very difficult to remember. So let's go to the client computer. This is my client computer. We know client computer means our Windows 10 computer. Let's do one thing. I want to set up this computer as a DHCP computer. No static IP address. We already check it. Our DHCP, our static IP address is this one. And I already take a screenshot. I keep it in here, this one. And I can see that there is no DHCP. Okay, now let's minimize this one. Do one thing. Start from, this is the world, and this one is the undefined network. Right click in there. Click into the open network and internet settings. Click into the Ethernet. Okay, change the adapter option. Then we can see this screen will become. This is the Bluetooth by default in our computer. In my computer, every computer has the Bluetooth, but that one is not connected. Ignore that things. This one is connected with my computer. Why it's connected? Because this one is a LAN card I set up in my computer. Now right click in there. Go to the properties. If you right click in there, then you can come in here, or you can double click in there. Both are same place will be showing here. Okay, now I need to go to the IP version 4 because I set up IP address in IP version 4. Double click it, or you can click in there. You can select it, and you can click into the properties. Both are same. Which one you prefer, you can choose. Let's click into the properties. Now I need to put it in here. This is the first screen. This is the second screen. So in here, you can see I set up this IP address by default. So now I want to do one thing. Click into now click into the obtain an IP address automatically. And this is my preferred DNS. I don't need to change anything. Let me click in here. No need. Click in there. DHCP enable. Okay, no need. Okay, I click in obtain an IP address automatically. That means the IP address will be comes from automatically where from. This is the server IP address. If you remember, then we can check it. What is my server IP address? So I already write down in my documents my server IP address. I write down this one IP address 172.16.0.10. 172.16.0.10. This is my IP address. This one, if you want to check it, you can check it. Always keep it. Now click into the OK. Now close it. I close it. Now, at least I need to check it. Is there any IP addresses coming in my computer or not? Most of the time, in a previous computer, we need to restart. Probably for Windows 10, we don't need to restart. Let's try to go to the command prompt. Let's write down only IP config. Okay, I can see there is one type of IP address is coming. That IP address is not under the DHCP server. Okay, let's use one thing /all. Now we can check it. Okay, now we can see that our DHCP is enabled, but I can see there is where is my IP address? Yeah, the IP address used another pooling address. That one address is not what we set in our scope. Okay, let me check. Okay, so why it's showing here like this type of IP address? If you remember, when we set up our DHCP server, we set up one IP address, this one, in our DHCP server. We did not change it, that one. So it's fixed that one. And after that, it show, based on the class C, they show their IP address. That one is not based on our class A IP address, class B IP address. It shows based on our class B, class C IP address. So let's try to do one thing. That one is, I need to click in there. If you remember, I share one folder in the server. So that one is one Okay, that what is the name of the folder? Program files, Windows BSD user. No. So maybe okay. Let me check in the Windows 2022. In here, I share one folder in the C drive. That folder is in C drive. The C drive. We go to the PC C drive. Okay, not in C drive. My documents. Yeah, share from server. Let me copy this one and go to there and let me paste in here. Okay, before that, let's do one thing. Can I ping my server or not? Ping 172.16.0.10. Okay, that's not pinging. You can see ping 172.16.0.10. This is my server IP address. Okay, 172.16 preferred DNS. I write down that one. Yes, this is my server IP. So you can see the server is not connected. Okay, let me restart my computer. This is the problem. When it's work perfectly, then good. If it's not work, then somehow we need to troubleshoot. Okay, let's restart it first. But normally you can see DHCP is connected and we are under the our domain administrator. Let me check it. Restart your computer and we'll check it what will happen. Okay, my server is almost ready. Yeah, sorry, my computer. Let's log in into there. Now we can, what can we see? Let me check it. So I can see it's under the citycollege.administrator. It's still showing. Let's log in there. So something is wrong in my computer. I cannot log in. Okay, let me go to the server. Okay, this is my range. Okay, now I can log in. Okay, everything is good. I can see. Let me go to the our CMD command prompt and let's try to ping our server IP address 172.16.0.10. Transmit failed, general failure, ping transmit failures. Okay, we can see something wrong in my computer, but let's try one more thing. ipconfig/all. I can see it's already used the IP address, but that one is not actual IP address. 192 they are using. So how from they get this IP address? This is the 172, not this IP address. So let's click into properties. This is my scope. I set up this IP address, 8 days, description no need, DNS, enable DHCP dynamic updates according to the settings below, dynamic update records, DHCP details. Okay, I can see everything is good. My computer is also connected, but I cannot ping my server, but it's working. Okay, I can see it's working. So I will check it again and I will show you that IP address will be picked from our pool address. And next week I will show you that one. So now let's do one more thing. That one is I can see it's at least connected with our server. So let's edit it. Let's set up again manual IP address, which one we set up before. That means the static IP address. So I am to click into the Ethernet and not this one. Change adapter options. Ethernet. Double click Ethernet. Click into the properties. Click into inter IP version 4. Now I am to set up as a default IP address. I am to set up static IP address and 16.0.40, and this is the default one. Subnet mask and default gateway I did not set up, so now fix that one. Okay, let's close it. Okay, let's now let me check in the command prompt. Okay, I again close it. Okay, write down cmd and check what is the IP address now. Okay, let's write down IP config. So we can see again, I got my previous IP address, which one I set up now. This is the static IP address. And again, if you want to check /all, then you can see there is no DHCP is available. But we cannot see our class B IP address, which one we set up the range. We'll check it. I will check it that one and I'll show you in next class. Okay, now let's do one more thing. That one is set up IP version 6. So in here we can see this is the IP version 6, link local IP address is showing like that one. So let's add IP version 6. And we want to set up that one. So let's again go to the in there, click in here, again click into the properties. Okay, I need to move it in here. Click into properties. Now we can see the IP version 6 is already check mark, and as a result we can see in here, double click it, then you can see that IP address is coming automatically. Where from it's coming? It's coming from the server. We don't know what is that one. So now I want to change for our IP version 6. So let's write down in here one IP version 6. So before write down in here, I need to write down in here. So that one is preferred DNS subnet mask. What is that one? This is the server. So I want to write down this is the IP version 4. And let's write down IP version 6. IP version 6. I have to write down it, after then I'll write in there. So that one is AF80:0:1234A :FF89. You can use any IP address. Just I need to set up that one and check it, is it working or not. DA and 1. So this is my IP address. And when we are using the IP address IP version 6, we need to use the prefix length. Subnet prefix length. And that one always we are using the 64. That is a lots of calculation. We'll do that calculation in CCNA class. Those who finish the A plus, so they already know, or CCNA, they already know. So this is the IP version address. So I copy that one and paste in here, and always prefix length is 64 in here. Oh, I write down or something. 64. I don't need to write down any default gateway, and I don't need to write down anything else in here. Now press OK. Now that one is set up. Press OK. Close it. Now let's we can see IP version 6 is showing like that one. So let's change it, refresh it. Now we can see our IP version link local, our IP version 6 now showing this one. And let me maximize it. This one we set up. Previously, we can see only one link local IP address, this one. But in here now we can see this one we are set up in here. So though it looks like little bit different things, that one is 1% 12, that one is coming from by default forward 64. And this is our preferred, and that one we set up as a static IP address. Okay, now so we can set up our IP address 6 also. Nowadays, we are using IP version 4, but in future, everything will be IP version 6 because IP version 4 are not available right now. You cannot buy IP version 4. So when you go any website or anywhere, most of the time, we need to use nowadays IP version 6. So you can write down like this way, the IP version 6. So minimize this one. Let's do one more thing. That one is I need to share some files or something, and that one little bit advanced sharing. So for that one, right click in there again, open network and internet settings. Click in the Ethernet. Now we can see change the advanced sharing option. Let me check, is that is same point? Yeah, I click into the advanced sharing settings. When you go there, you can see there is one option. That one is a domain under network discovery. When network discovery is on, this computer can see other network computers and device and is visible to other network computers. It's by default turn off. So we need to turn on. Then we can discover other network also. File and printer sharing. When the file and printer sharing is on, files and printer that can share from the computer can be accessed by people on the network. So by default, it's showing that it's turn off. So we need to do that one is turn on. Now let's there is a this one is showing that way. And now click in this all networks. Under the all networks, we can see that all networks, public folders and sharing. When public folder share is on, people on network, including home group members, can access files in the public folder. So we need to turn on that one. Then we can access that files. Now let's change the save it. So I saved it. Now let's do one more thing. That one is set up some firewall configuration. Though we close all the, we stop all the firewall settings. So let's do one more thing. Right click in there and let's go to the control panel. We are in here. No control panel in here. Let me check in here. All the things, no. Let's write down in here control panel. I write down in the search button control, and then I can see the control panel will be show. And we can see in here network, internet connection, view hardware, sound, uninstall, user preference. Okay, write down one thing in here. Best way, Windows Defender. I need to set up some firewall in here. This is the automatically the search button. When you write down, that one will be automatically on. If you remember, when we start this installation Windows 10 and server, and we want to connect with two computers, we check that they are working or not. In the time, we did one thing: we turn off all the firewall. But now you can see one firewall is now still working. That firewall is domain network, and it's on. We did not on it, but it's automatically on. And the rest of is not connected. That means that one is shows the red color. Now we want to change in here something. So click into the advanced settings. These two are not connected. That means these two are now closed. When anything is closed, so in the private network, we cannot communicate with them. So we need to communicate in our private computer also. So for that one, I click into the advanced settings. We can see these two are now red color and cross. So hopefully when we configure all the things, then we can see like that one green symbol. So this one is a window, another window, advanced Windows Defender firewall window will become like that way. Now right click in, there is two types of rule is available. Outbound rules means when you want to send any file to others. Inbound means when you want to anyone come in your computer. That one is inbound. So right click in the outbound rules. In the right button, click. After that, I want to set up one new rule. Click into the new rules. And this is the new wizard is coming, and that wizard by default I need to set up the program. I don't want to set up any other things. If you want, you can set up port, predefined, any other things, which one you prefer. But for that one, you need to read more things. So now select program, press next. Now in here, which one I need to share? So let's click into the browse. And let's go to program files. Let's click into the Microsoft. Let's click into the Edge. Let's click into the application. And let's select, this is the application MSED Edge, msedge.exe. Now select this one. I need to open this one, other user also. Select it, open. Now press next. Now when you can see this page is coming. So I have to set up in here block connection. By default it's showing, but if it's not showing, then we need to set up that one. Now press next. In here, by default all the things are selected. So if you want to change anything, you can do that. I want to select all the things in here. Press next. And this is one window is coming. That window what about your this rules? So let's write down one thing. I have to restrict the is. So write down is restriction. Okay, give me 1 second, please. Okay. This is the description. If you want, you can write down something in here. What about the restriction? Why you want to use? Or if you don't want, no need to write down that. Now click into the finish. So I set up on restriction in my computer. Okay. I set up on restriction in my computer. That one is restriction. That is restriction means if you want to log in and that one, if you don't want to share any information to others, then you can delete. You can use this one. That means this is never be connected with others. Okay. This way you can set up different types of outbound rules. Is never be working. So if you want, you can keep it. If you want, how to you can delete it. Why we did like that? Sometimes we are set up some different types of apps. We want to block it. That things nobody can access. So you can do that one in your computer, and that one using the firewall defender. Okay. So right now I did it. So I want to delete that one. When I need, I'll do that one again. So press yes. Done for the firewall rule. That one is just trying to show you how to do that one. There is some advanced settings. You can do that one. Now, let's do one thing. Create one virtual VPN, virtual private network for the client. So let's go to the server. So I have to close this information from this computer. This is the client computer. Still, I can do everything from in here. So let's go to the server. So now I have to install. I have to configure one thing. That one is create a VPN. What is the VPN? VPN is a private network which one you can communicate only some VPN connection. Like let's I have to go to the website. After then I will show you. Write down Google. Let's write down VPN. Let's use some emails file. Okay, let's go in here. So this image file. Think about this is your mobile phone. This is your computer or other people's computer. There is a lot of thing in between there, but just to think about this is your mobile phone or this is your laptop, and this one is your other co-worker computer or in your CEO computer. So if you are director or if you are working with the CEO, that network connection must be secure connection. In that network, nobody can access. Like when our prime minister present anything through the online, their network connection is different than our local connection. But everyone use the internet. How come they are connected? Sometimes they are using virtual network. Sometimes they are using different types of network. So different types of network means they have another connection. All the things are connected to the internet, but that connection is different connection. Like you can see VPN tunnel. Ignore the name of the tunnel, but this computer connect with this computer. In between must be somewhere router will be available, and this means internet. So this computer connected through internet, and using that router is connected with this computer. So how you want to secure your connection? So what we need to do? We need to create a VPN, virtual private network. Private means virtual means it's virtually, but sometimes we can create a wired connection. That connection also be visible. We cannot see all the ISP company in the world. Every connection they are connected with each other, and that are cable connection. And there is some connection, different connection is available. Virtual connection, private connection, VPN connection, they already did by themselves. So when you are connected with any VPN or you want to create that VPN, you can do that one. So that connection is not going through this way. That connection working like this way. That one is bypass route. You can say one thing like that way. So that means there are some firewall settings, there are some rules, there are some network settings. In both places, that one is working. After then, you can directly communicate with this computer. Nobody can access this path. But if anyone knows your connection security policies or security in your all the credentials, they can do that. So ignore that things. So like VPN connection, like that things. Let's create one VPN from our computer, from our server. How to make it? How to do that one? So for that one, let's go to the, okay, to close this one, cancel it. So this is our server manager. So everything we need to set up from in here. If you remember, last day, we create one user in our computer. And we already tried to log in that user from our client computer. So what is that name? So let me go there. If you remember, that user is Samsur Rahman. This is that user. Just we create one user in here. I did not do anything. So now I need to configure something for the VPN purposes. So what can I do? Right click in here. Go to the properties. In here, you can see the member of. Click into the member of. Now click into the add. No, I need to give the permission to this user as a domain admins. So last time I write down in here something and after then check the connection. You can do another way. Click into the advanced. I don't know what is my username I want to add. So you can do find now. Then list will be showing here. All the domain names, all the users name, groups name, all the things will be showing here. I need to add in here domain admins. That means my domain admins, this Samsur Rahman work like as a domain admins. So I select this one. So he is the another admin. I select it, press OK button. Then you can see domain admin will be showing here. Or you can do another things, write down the which users or groups or whatever you want. You can write down that one and click into the check names. Then you can see domain admins will be working or not. Then it will be automatically the underline will become up. Underline means it's work perfectly. Now press OK button. Now I can see this user work like as a domain user also. Sorry, domain admins also. You can see this one. Now let's click into the another tab, dial in. In here, I need to give some permissions to this user. So in here, network access permissions, I need to give the permission allow access. Okay, I need to give the permission in here. Now press apply, press OK. Done for this user, I give them permission to him. Now let's go to the client computer. So in the client computer, we know this is our admin user. So click in there. We can check it who is the user for this client computer. If you click in here, then we can see this is the administrator. Let's log out from in here. I need to log in, sign out. I need to log in as Samsul Rahman. So now this screen is coming. So I click in there. So this is the normal administrator account. So I need to click other user. Write down Samsul Rahman username. What was the username? Okay, this one is the username. We can write down city college / Samsul Rahman Nikjat. Without that one, how we can do? Let's try to do that one. Samsul Nikjat. Let me check. Am I write down correctly or not? SAMSURAHMAN dot Nick NIKJD. Okay, I write down perfectly and write down the password. Let's log in. You can see account has expired. I selected this one. So let's go to the server. I want to disable that one. That means I have to activate. Okay, this one is disabled, so I don't need to do anything. Let's create new user. And when I create new user, that user I need to work like as an admin user. Though I give the permission, but this account is not activated right now. So right click, new. Let's click into the user. Let's use another user. So for creating any user, any other user, first I need to know who is active. Ahmed, Hadi, Asmat, Baktash, Farooq, Fozia, Halima, Javed, Kitty, Masood, Mohammed Soel, Mustafa. Can you hear me? Omar, Shardar,
I hear you,
Usman,
sir.
Ahmed. Thank you, Ahmed. You are in here. So I need to write down your name. Ahmad Salhi. Okay, let's write down in here another user. So in here, I need to write down JSMAD Ahmad dot Salhi. Copy this one, paste in here. Let's use the same password and ignore this one. Ahmad. Okay. Okay, now let's log in again. Let's come back in our computer. Copy this one, write down in here, Ahmed. Shit, sorry. And Salhi. Let's write down last name. Full name will be this one. Login name Ahmad dot Salhi. After then citycollege.ca. This is our login address. Okay, now press next. Let's use the fixed password. I don't want to give the permission to change the password. Everything is good. Now press next. If everything is good, then I can see it will be create the account. Okay, Ahmed will be in here. So let's right click in there, go to the properties, click into the member of. First, I need to connect with the admin. So I write down domain admins. Let's check it. It's correct. So press OK, apply, click into the dial in, give the access, allow, apply. Okay, now what I did in here, so I did everything in the Ahmed Saleh. So let's come back in our Windows 10, and now I need to log in other user. For the first time, I need to write down CP college. Probably if without CP college, you can do that one, but best way write down like that one. Dot Okay, this is city college domain name, and this one is the username. After then, write down the password. Same password I write down. If you want, you can change the password. Now I need to log in. I can see I can log in. I write down Ahmed Salhi, and I can see Ahmed Salhi. Salhi name is showing in here. That means it's working. So for the first time, it will be take few minutes. After then, we can work with that one. So please wait a couple of seconds. Please wait. So I want to make one VPN connection with the server. That connection is totally secure. Nobody can access that one. Almost ready my computer. So I log in into the new user. Let me check what is that user. Click in this button. So please wait. It needs few seconds. Okay, I click into this start button. Click into the start button and click into this username. I can say this is the Ahmed name. That means I log in this computer Ahmed names. You can see this is my only one computer, but I can log in lots of user. 2 user, built-in user for this computer. Another 3 user. One is administrator. That one is from the domain. Another one is Ahmed. That one is from domain. Another one is Shamsur Rahman. That one is from the domain. That means 5 user in this computer. How many user you can access from your client computer. Computer is one, but user is lots of user will be available. That's not a big deal. Every user has different types of permission, so they can work with that one. So now I need to connect with this server VPN connection. For that one, let's do one thing. Click in there, right click, open networks and internet settings. The file setting is coming. So in here, we can see this is the status will become. Now click into the VPN. I need to create a private network. I click into the VPN and click into add a VPN connection. That one is a virtual connection, private connection. In the VPN connection, click in this drop down arrow. So this is the Windows built-in. I don't need to do anything because this one is Windows doing by themselves. Write down the connection name. So whatever you want, you can write down. Let's write down Ahmed's name. Just I write down Ahmed. But if you want, you can write down anything. Server name or address. Let's write down one address. That address basically used for the almost the broadcast address, but not broadcast address. Let's write down this is the server name. And VPN connection, I want to start with like this way. Automatic types of sign up, username, password. Yes, I want to use the username, password. Username. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, write down the username. What is our username? Our username is this one. Let's write down this username. And what is our password? We already know. We don't need, if you don't want, you don't need to write down in here. But best way, or let's write down. Now save it. This is the Ahmed VPN private connection. That connection connect with the server and this computer. Now let's try to connect with using this one. Click in there. Now try to connect. That one is try to connect. Like this way you can, though this server is not available, but we can connect with like this. Maybe we can see the it's not connected because this server is not in here. So let me try to check it, what will happen. It will take few seconds, maybe 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes. In the meantime, we can see what is the status will become. Wait a couple of seconds. Okay, they said remote connection was not made because the attempt VPN tunnel failed. The VPN might be unreachable if this connection is this tunnel. So we can see it's not connected because this is not a, there is no server. Let me do one thing, change it. Edit it in here. Let's change it our server. Though my server is now connected with this one, this connection is for the another computer. If you have that one, then it will be connected. It will be shown it's connected. Let's just try it. Just trying to show you how to connect the VPN. So that one is server. So that one is trying to connect it. We can basically create the VPN like this way in a server. They will give the permission. After then, you can make the connection with the other user. That user is already activate in the computer. So you can work with that one. So let me wait again. This is our server IP address. What can we see? The remote connection was not made because the attempting VPN tunneling is failed. So there is no tunnel actually. Actually, for the VPN connection, we need a router. Like if you take it, when I show you one VPN connection, this is the router. Though our server is work like as a router, but a router has some configuration. You need to do that one. Uh, yes, Hadi.
Uh, Sorry, I'm not feeling well. Can you please later send me the link or of this video so I can watch later
Yeah, I'll share all the things. I already share everything in the
on
link.
email? As needed
Yeah,
the link
if,
on email. I can watch later.
yeah. Okay,
Okay,
no problem, Hadi.
thanks.
No worries, no problem.
Bye.
Bye bye. So basically, we need VPN connection purpose. So we need to at least use the router. Though in my computer, we are using just two computer. That though it's in here, when there is no router, it works like as a router or server. But for the VPN connection, we need to write down some command. That command we cannot work with the server. So for this reason, we can see like this one. But if you have the router, we'll see that one, how to create the VPN connection in the Cisco courses, CCNA or CCNP. We'll create that one and we can see that connection always be secure. Nobody can access in there. Right now, you can close it. But I'll try to show one more thing. That one is the VPN, how to connect with the VPN in using the server. I will show you that one. Okay. So two things I want to show you. One is VPN, another one is DHCP. The IP address it's not showing. Next week I'll show you that things. So this is the way you can create your VPN connection and you can work like as a secure connection. So today we did lots of things. First one, we did DHCP connection. We check it. This computer has worked like as a DHCP computer. We make as DHCP. After then we change the DHCP and that one is worked like as a static IP address. You can see why I changed because I am creating lots of user and that user is connected with the server. For this reason, I need to change the DHCP connection. You can see the VPN is showing in here. And we are using in here static connection. For the static connection, how many users log in this computer? It's not a big deal. Big thing is always use the static IP address. Let's write down IP config slash. How many user is connected this computer is not a big deal. Big thing is in here always you can see the IP address will be same because computer is only one, but user may be changed. When you change the user, it's not a big problem. Always we can see the static IP address, but when you are using DHCP, then you can see DHCP IP address also be, it will be changed. Different types of IP address will be shown in here. Okay, and after then we set up one VPN connection. How to connect to how to do that one VPN connection, which we can see in here. And another thing we did, that one is firewall settings. We can do that one. If you want, you can block some particular software. Nobody can access that one. So all the things today we did. So please, when you have time, you can watch that recording and you can practice all the things in your computer. At least practice one time. After then you can delete it. So there are lots of resources also be available online in the online, so you can use. But please practice it. Okay. So now anyone has any question about anything? Guys, do you have any question? Oh no. Thank you everyone. You all are genius.
No, sorry, don't have.
Okay, I have to shut down my computers right now. And give me 1 second. I have to shut down my both computers. So next week we have one final exam. We have one presentation. Saturday presentation day. Sunday final exam day. So in Saturday you need to present. I already share all the documents. So please check your topics and make a presentation and present it in Saturday. And final exam Sunday from the morning until 5:30. So I finish all the things in my virtual box. So I had to close all the virtual box and I'll share this recording